Brad. Welcome to the 2024 Queensland Maroons Origin Camp. I'm here today to explore how the team utilises Revel Saunas and ice baths. Today I'm going to be sitting down with Paddy Kenny, the head of performance for the Queensland Maroons team, and take a deep dive into how they utilise Revel Saunas and ice baths to improve their performance on and off the field. So Paddy, what's the magic behind picking Revel Saunas and ice baths for the Queensland team?
Well, mate, working with the Maroons, we obviously wanted to go with the local company, and you guys are based here on the coast and been really easy to work with so far and have a really good product. The boys love the aesthetics, and it certainly helps us with their recovery, being able to jump in the ice baths and the saunas.
So with the boys themselves, what are you noticing the benefits of using the Revel products?
Mate, obviously we want the boys to recover in between sessions as the best they can, so that we can continue to train them really hard and put in the work we need to make sure they're ready to go on game day. And obviously recovery is a massive part of that. These guys come from systems where they're so used to having access to these sort of products, so being able to have them set up here in camp for us at Sanctuary Cove is a real big bonus for us, and certainly is a major part of our preparation for the game on Wednesday night. We want the boys feeling at their best come game day and jumping out of their skins ready to go to war for their state. So these products certainly allow us to do that.
When it comes to using the saunas and ice baths, do you have a strict protocol, or do you sort of just let them do it off what they sort of know?
Yep. So at this level, you're working with the cream of the crop, and it's not so much about telling these guys what they need to do. It's more just trying to facilitate for them and let them sort of do what they need to do to get their body right. So I wouldn't say that I've been too strict on protocols with them, but certainly the guys, they know what works for them. So with the heat accumulation stuff, I think they usually will be spending between 20 and 30 minutes in there, getting a good exposure. In the ice baths, they're aiming for 6 to 10 minutes, and they break that up however they like. And then some guys are doing your contrast style work as well, going from heat to cold, and they see the benefits of that, helping with their muscle soreness and reducing inflammation, just making sure that they're resetting as close to their baseline in between sessions, so they're ready to take it on, I guess, and it helps with even their mental state, with their perceived readiness to train.
Are you seeing the boys now take more care with their longevity, thinking about not just footy but after footy?
Yep. I think we're really lucky here with the diversity of our group. We've got a lot of experienced players, and then we've got younger guys coming through, and you certainly see a few of the fossils looking after themselves quite well. You know, they're the guys that you see spending more time emphasising their recovery and their preps. So not only is that setting a better example and getting those young boys to establish really good routines, but your older guys like your Benny Hunts and your Daly Cherry Evans, they're ultimate professionals, and they certainly are doing everything right by their body in terms of recovery to make sure they're ready to go. So you do see them using the ice and the heat a fair bit. So
do you think using saunas and ice baths give the team a bit of an edge when it comes to playing?
Oh, certainly, mate. Like, if we can have the boys feeling at their best and recovering in between sessions, it allows us to train harder and allows them to back up day in, day out. But then also when we do start to taper down and get them freshened up for the game, it's a massive tool for us to make sure they're jumping out of their skin when we need them to.
What's the ultimate post-game recovery tip for us mere mortals?
I think the secret's just for trying to get them in there after a game, because either they're filthy about a loss or they're wanting to have a beer after a win. So I think getting them in and doing something is always better than nothing, but we sort of aim to at least get them in for 6 minutes in ice, I think, to help reduce the inflammation, your swelling post-game from all the collisions, but also to try and reduce a bit of fatigue in the legs, which I guess is key for these guys in the Origin environment, because quite often they're going to back up for their club only a few days later. So we do try and emphasise that they do something to get their body right and look forward to the next game when they're thinking about their recovery.
It's pretty elite that they can play a super high intensity game like that, and then 2 to 3 days later back it up and play another high intensity game.
100%, and that's where their recovery is probably the biggest thing in that 48-hour window afterwards. It's not necessarily any training they're going to do between then and there. It's just trying to freshen them up and get them ready to go again for their club.
So it's not only the current players down here that are using the products. Have you seen any of the past players down here trying to sneak a little sauna or ice bath in?
Well, I think the staff staffies have certainly been making the most of it. Alfie Langer loves his sauna, particularly after a little hit out throughout the week. So yeah, there's a few staffies sneaking in for a cheeky sweat for sure.
Yeah, I seen Alfie in here just before having a sauna, and he had his old school music playing, and he just looked so happy. It was pretty cool to see. How has adding Revel Saunas and ice baths to this year's Origin camp really changed the look and feel of the environment here?
I think the biggest change, mate, is that we don't have to commute across the grounds. These saunas being able to be put anywhere to suit us has been a really big bonus. So having them right next to the team room, just ease of access, has just allowed the boys to make the most of them and jump in whenever they sort of feel like they've got a bit of spare time. So that's probably been the biggest plus, I think, from going with you guys, is how portable they are and where you can set them up for sure.
Who's the biggest ice bath champion? Who do you see in here the most?
Ooh. I don't know if I've got a chant for you. I think the whole group, mate, it's been unreal. So the boys are certainly using them a fair bit, but I think Lindsay Collins has probably been the one that's spent the most. I've seen him in it the most, that's for sure.
Sweet. Thanks heaps for your time, Paddy. Best of luck with the rest of the Origin series, and go Maroons.
Thanks very much, mate.